All right, so something really cool happened. We sent a little care package from Bucked Up Australia, and then inside we've got some goodies. So first up, Bucked Up Energy. So this is an energy can. Cool formula. So 105 milligrams of caffeine, which you can probably see there. We've got 1200 milligrams of taurine. So not a fairy dusted dose of taurine in here, which I think is really impressive. And that'll help smooth out the caffeine, acts as a good osmolyte. Arginine, 300 milligrams. So a pretty low dose of arginine, but look, arginine is effective at relatively low doses to get a pump. Obviously, a gram is more the optimal. Green tea extract, 50 milligrams. That's going to keep the caffeine around longer. This keeps catecholamines around, adrenal hormones. So that's clever. And then B6, riboflavin, and some B12. That should taste pretty good too. There's nothing in there that's going to be hard to flavor. Pop that in the fridge and report back. And then here we go, Bucked Up pre-workout. So as far as I can tell, this is the base model Bucked Up pre-workout. They have a bunch of them. I don't know how many are available in Australia. An interesting I would consider this a daily driver, so I'll definitely test this out. And overall, we've got a pretty good formula. There's a couple things that maybe could be dosed a little higher. First up, citrulline malate 2:1, 6 full grams. Then you've got beta-alanine 2 grams, so a little bit less than the clinical dose. Then you've got the caffeine anhydrous at 200 milligrams, and then alpha GPC 200 milligrams. This is the alpha size trademarked alpha GPC. 200 milligrams is a little bit of a lower dose, but still effective. That would be 50% yield, so about 100 milligrams there of yield. Yeah, there could be a bit more alpha GPC, but it's enough to start doing something. We've got 100 milligrams of taurine. That's a very low dose of taurine. I typically want to see at least a gram. And then we've got estrogen and actogen. Now, estrogen will help the citrulline primarily absorb better. Actogen is actually the old name for Senactive, 25 milligram dose. A little bit low, about half the dose of, I guess, what's considered the full dose, which is usually 50 milligrams, but that is a nice performance enhancer. It's still good to see in there in a nice, affordable daily driver, which I assume this would be. I don't know the cost or the RRP. I'm sure that's easy to find out. I would expect to pay about $59.95 for something like this as a RRP for the consumer, and that would make it a worthwhile pre. Could even be at a cheaper price point. It could be at $69.95. And if it is, I would say that's getting a little bit expensive for what you have in here. But if the hype train of Bucked Up is big enough in Australia, it might be the kind of thing you just have to have and people are happy to pay that price for. So I like it. I probably would use something like that. I definitely can't wait to check it out. I'm sure it's going to taste good. This is a blood raz, and I'm sure these guys have some good flavoring systems, being a fairly large company in the US. And then last but not least, there's this really cool shirt. So I took the liberty of putting it on a hanger. It's got a nice Bucked Up logo on the front. I think that's a great little care package.